Hey Siri, set a timer for 4 minutes.
Your timer is set for 4 minutes.
I'm from Cuba, so I was there 28 years. My childhood was very nice. We were poor, but we didn't know. We don't have to worry about much. But my grandmas, both of them, they always were cooking. That's the difference in, the culture we live in now, where most people don't need to cook. You can just go out to restaurants. We couldn't go to restaurants. You got to see how making food takes a lot of work. Back in Cuba, I made this pressure cooker cake. So I didn't have an oven back then. And then the neighbor tried it. And then she wanted for me to make it every week for her. So I made it, then she let somebody try it. And then somebody else said, oh, I want one of those too. And it was just, that's it. I didn't stop baking after that. And then my bakery business grew to the point that it just called the attention of the government. So I had to escape, I had to leave. I remember the first officer I met here in the border when I got to this country. I was shaky. My hands were shaking and they were trying to get my fingerprints. And the officer held my hand really tight and said, it's okay. You're in America now. Everything will be fine. It took me 8 years to become a citizen. When I got my hand in the first kitchen job, the biggest issue was for people telling me, oh, you cannot do that. I said yeah, we can. And for me, it's always been that, I never take no for an answer. It can be done as you want to. That's how I started my little business. I started with a fork and a bowl, and I made all my cakes with forks because I didn't have a hand mixer. And then after I saved enough money to have a stand mixer, and I got myself an oven. I always look back into my life because everybody said, oh, you're such a hard worker and you're so talented, right? Those are things that you are or you have. But then I also look at the things that happened in my life that had nothing to do with me, right? Like meeting the friend that gave me the financial help to be able to be here. That was luck. And in my mind, we can all do a little bit by giving somebody else a tiny little bit of luck, like doing something for somebody that you don't know. It might not make a difference, but it might make a big difference. As soon as I was able to, I donated my time to charities, organizations. I made food for Cowboys Against Cancer, to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, to the LGBT community. If everybody around me is doing okay, I'm doing okay. So the more people around me are doing better, the better I'll be doing. That's how you give people love. You help them as soon as you're able to. When I first came here, it was through America First that I got my first loan. And it was scary to know that I had now, to pay $100 a month on a loan. But it was pretty fundamental for me to be able to have that. Like if I wouldn't have that loan, I wouldn't be able to go to work and take care of myself or cover my basic needs. They allowed me to have a tiny little piece of luck from that. That together with all the other pieces of luck got me to where I am today. A while ago I said, with nothing I baked, and now with everything I bake. So you just bake.